From the studios of 7 Perth, Rick Arden and Susanna Carr.
Good evening. Perth shock jock Howard Sattler has been sacked by radio station 6PR. His removal from the airwaves follows an interview yesterday with Prime Minister Julia Gillard, an interview that's been condemned across Australia as offensive and inappropriate. As Jeff Parry reports, the radio veteran plans to sue.
He was king of Perth talkback for years. Now he's out of a job.
I'm staggered, flabbergasted. I've given 28 years of my professional life to this radio station. I think I've done lots of good for a few people. I don't want a medal for it, but I have done lots of good for a lot of people.
The man who for many of those years shaped public opinion in Perth believes his dismissal is unfair.
What I've allegedly done pales into insignificance beside other radio announcers who are still on air.
But what he did made headlines around the world. Here's the interview that Sattler's own employers considered disrespectful and irrelevant to the political debate.
Myths, rumours, snide jokes and innuendos. You've been the butt of them many times.
Well, I think that's probably right. We've certainly seen that this week.
Can I test a few out?
In what way?
Tim's gay.
Well, of course.
No, that's not me saying it, that's a myth.
Well, that's absurd.
Yeah, but you hear it. He must be gay, he's a hairdresser.
Oh, well, isn't that...
You've heard it.
But,
it's not me saying it, it's what people...
Well, I mean, Howard, I don't know whether every silly thing that gets said is going to be repeated to me now.
No.
But you know, to all the hairdressers out there, including the men who are listening, I don't think in life one can actually look at a whole profession full of different human beings and say, gee, we know something about every one of those human beings. I mean, it's absurd, isn't it?
You can confirm that he's not.
Oh, Howard, don't be ridiculous, of
course
not.
In a heterosexual relationship, that's all I'm asking.
Well, Howard, you and I have just talked about that, so now that is bordering on. Howard, just let's...
I wanted to get rid of it.
Let me just bring you back to earth.
It was his employer who brought him back to earth, suspending him. This morning he was called back to the station.
I can't say anything, not allowed to, under the terms of the contract.
When he came down, he didn't have a job.
Radio 6PR apologises unreservedly to Miss Gillard and Mr Matheson for allowing these matters to be raised on the Drive program. The station has now decided to terminate Mr Sattler's engagement, effective immediately.
Do you have anything to say today to the Prime Minister?
No, not a lot. I think if I say anything again, it's usually against me.
I want young girls and women to be able to feel like they can be included in public life and not have to face questioning like the questioning I faced yesterday.
Mr Sattler, who has Parkinson's disease, says he'll be consulting with lawyers. He still has 6 months remaining on his contract. He says he has no regrets about the questions he asked.
The Prime Minister of Australia is a very public person. Their private life is public life. That's a fact of life. You want the job, you've got to accept that. And the thing about it also is what would happen if people backed off asking Bill Clinton to back Monica Lewinsky.
Mr Sattler had one job on the horizon, but it's been cancelled today, a paid hosting role on behalf of the Mandurah branch of the Liberal Party. Jeff Parry, 7 News.
7 News, the pulse of Perth.